Hello and welcome to the championship game of the Highlands District Tournament. I'm Jeff Harris along with John Weiniger, and we'll be bringing you tonight's coverage. Okay, the starting lineup for the visiting Abingdon Falcons is leading off and playing shortstop number 10, DJ Fry. Batting second and playing catcher number 7, Jason Austin. Batting third and pitching number 3, Brian Saylor. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 11, Shannon Weddle. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 23, Brad Hankey. Batting sixth, the DH, number 18, George Lowe. And he is batting for the second baseman, number 2, Kevin Peters. Batting seventh is the third baseman, number 5, Scott Moretz. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 8, Brian Ferris. And batting ninth is your center fielder, number 20, Michael Bailey. And starting lineup for the homestanding Gate City Blue Devils is playing shortstop, number 15, Barry Wolfe. Batting second, the catcher, 00, Jody Wolfe. Batting third, the first baseman, number 30, Brian Head. Batting fourth, the pitcher, number 24, Shannon Carter. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 34, Bryan Boy. Batting sixth is your second baseman, number 11, Chad Carter. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 3, Shannon Stokes. Batting eighth is the DH, number 16, Greg Fields, and he is batting for the third baseman, number 45, Zach Page. And batting ninth is the center fielder, number 4, Jason Mann. Of course, Gate City got to the championship game of the Highlands tournament. They got a first round bye, and then they defeated Lehigh 8-6 in the last game they played here in the tournament. Abingdon got here by beating John Battle and Virginia High.
The catcher, 00, Jody Wolfe. Batting third, the first baseman, number 30, Brian Head. Batting fourth. And pitching tonight, number 24, Shannon Carter. Batting fifth.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back here in just a second with the top half of the first inning. Okay, we're back here for the top half of the first inning, and your leadoff batter for Abingdon will be the shortstop, number 10, DJ Fry, and your pitcher for Gate City is number 24, Shannon Carter. And here we go with the first pitch, and the pitch from Carter is inside for ball 1. So Fry ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch is inside again for ball 2. So the count now 2 balls and no strikes to Fry. Shannon Carter has a lot of speed on his fastball. And the pitch in there for a called strike 1. So that brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike on Fry. And Carter's pitch is just a bit low for ball 3. So that runs the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. This is the first batter of the game. And the pitch is foul back to the screen for strike 2. So that brings the count full on Fry. Score is 0-0 here in the top half of the first. We're just underway in the championship game of the Highlands District Tournament. Of course, both teams have advanced on to Region 4 play. And the pitch from Carter upstairs for ball 4. So Fry draws the leadoff walk. And that will bring up your catcher for Abingdon, number 7, Jason Austin. Carter now working from the stretch. Fry, your runner at first with a decent lead. And a throw from Carter over to first. And Fry is back in there in time. Quick throw from Carter. Nobody out, 1 on here for Abingdon. Carter looking the runner back, and the pitch pops way high into left field. Center fielder calling it off man, and he makes the grab towards the fence and throws back in to Carter. And man makes the grab for the first out of the inning as Austin flies out to the center fielder. And that'll bring up your pitcher, number 3, Brian Saylor. Fry is your runner at first. He got a walk. Saylor, your batter. 1 out here in the top of the first. Pitch is bit outside for ball 1. So the count 1 ball and no strikes to Saylor. Carter from the stretch. Looking Saylor back, and the pitch. There goes Saylor. He takes off, and the throw from Wolfe is through to center field. So Fry's in there with a stolen base to second. So there now the runner at second, 1 out. And the count is 1-1 to Saylor, as he swung on that last pitch. And the pitch from Carter is a curveball, fouled back to the screen. So that'll bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Saylor. Carter's pitch is lined into deep right field. It is at the fence. It stays in the park. And 1 run is being waved around now, and he is being held at third. Now here he goes for home, and the throw from Head is in there in time for the out. So Fry is nailed trying to get home, but Saylor is in there with a double. So that'll bring up the first baseman, number 11, Shannon Weddle. Runner on second is Saylor. 2 out, 1 on, score 0-0. Carter working from the stretch. And the pitch, a curveball, grounded into center field for a base hit. The runner is being waved around. Here comes the throw from Mann. It is in there in time for the out. So another runner is caught going home. And a nice throw from Mann to nail Saylor, trying to score from second base on the single from Weddle. So with that, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here with the bottom half of the first inning in just a second. Okay, we're back here for the bottom half of the first inning, and your leadoff batter for Gate City will be the shortstop, number 15, Barry Wolfe. And the pitcher for Abingdon is number 3, Brian Saylor. Wolfe steps in for the first batter for Gate City. And the pitch from Saylor is inside for ball 1. So Wolfe ahead in the count. 1 ball and no strikes.
Starts off third, they suck now.
And the pitch from Saylor is in there for a called strike 1. Good curveball from Saylor. Wolfe steps in with a count of 1-1, and the pitch from Saylor is another curveball in the dirt for ball 2. So it brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike on Wolfe. And the pitch, fastball, down low for ball 3. So that brings the count to 3 balls and 1 strike on Barry Wolfe. And the pitch from Saylor in there for a called strike 2. So that'll run the count full to Wolfe. And the pitch from Saylor. A curveball swung on for strike 3. So Wolfe goes down swinging for the first out of the inning, and that will bring up his brother, catcher, number 00, Jody Wolfe. Wolfe steps in with 1 out, nobody on. Score still 0-0 here in the bottom of the first. And the pitch. Curveball swung on by Wolfe for strike 1. And the pitch from Sailor to Wolfe. Fastball, line deep into left field. That has a chance, and it is out of here. So Wolfe with a solo home run to give Gate City a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. That was a line drive shot. Wolfe rounding the bases. And Wolfe got a fastball just where he liked it and drived it right over the left field fence. So Wolfe taps home and is being congratulated by his teammates. So Gate City jumps out to a 1-0 lead. So with that, that will bring up the first baseman, number 30, Brian Head. Jody Wolfe has been on a hitting tear here of late. And he comes through once again tonight. And the pitch to Head is inside for ball 1. And the pitch from Sailor to Wolfe is on the outside corner for strike 1. So he evens count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch from Sailor. In there for a called strike 2, says Honaker. And the pitch. A curveball lined into deep center. That's going to be over center fielder's head. It'll make its way to the fence. Head will be in there with a stand-up double. So 2 back-to-back hits here from Gate City. A home run from Wolfe and a double by Head. And that puts Head in scoring position on the second base. And that'll bring up the pitcher, number 24, Shannon Carter. Pitch from Sailor to Carter. Fastball upstairs for ball 1. Carter sending in there with 1 on and 1 out. And the pitch from Sailor is swung on for strike 1 to Carter. So he's got 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch in there for a called strike 2. So that brings count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Carter. Head your runner at second. Carter the batter. And the pitch is a curveball in there for a called strike 3. Carter tried to hold back, but he couldn't. So that'll bring up the right fielder, number 34, Bryan Boy. Gate City is winning 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. And the pitch to Boy upstairs for ball 1. So Boy quickly ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Head your runner at second. And the pitch from Sailor. It's a pickoff move to second. But Head is in there in time. Two outs here in the bottom of the first. And the pitch to Boy is a fastball in there for a called strike 1, so I even count to 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch to Boy is swung on for strike 2. So I bring count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Boy. And the pitch to Boy is fouled and caught by the catcher for strike 3. The Boy goes down swinging for the final out of the inning, but Gate City scores one run on a solo home run from Jody Wolfe. So with that, we'll be back here with the top half of the second in just a second. Okay, we're back here with the top half of the second inning, and your leadoff batter for Abingdon will be the right fielder, number 23, Brad Hankey. And the first pitch to Hankey is fouled off for strike 1. So Carter heading the count here, no balls and 1 strike. Gate City winning 1-0, and the pitch from Carter swung on for strike 2. So Carter heading the count here, no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch from Carter is lined into center field for a base hit. Man makes a play and throws back into second. So Hankey in there with a single, and that'll bring up the DH, number 18, George Lau. And the pitch in there for a called strike 1. Runner on first base for Abingdon, Hankey. And the pitch from Carter upstairs for ball 1. So he's got 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch from Carter, curveball just a bit low for ball 2. So that runs count to 2 balls and 1 strike. And Carter with a quick throw over to first, but Hankey is back in time. Gate City winning 1-0 here in the top of the second. 1 on for Abingdon and nobody out. And the pitch from Carter is swung on for strike 2. So that'll even count 2 balls and 2 strikes on Lau. And the pitch from Carter in there for a called strike 3. Great location from Carter for the strikeout. So Lau goes down swinging for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the third baseman, number 5, Scott Moretz. Hankey still at first for Abingdon. 1 out now in the top of the second. Carter looking Hankey back. And the pitch, just a bit high for ball 1. And the pitch from Carter is fouled back to the screen for strike 1, so I even counted 1 ball and 1 strike. Gate City winning 1-0. And the pitch from Carter is swung on, and there goes the runner, and the throw is in plenty of time for the out. So Hankey is nailed trying to steal second for the second out of the inning, and the pitch was swung on by Moretz. So that'll run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Moretz. And the pitch from Carter fouled back. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Moretz. Carter steps off the mound. Carter now working from the windup, and the 1-2 pitch to Moritz. The curveball on the outside corner for a called strike 3. So Moritz goes down looking for the final out of the inning. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back here with the bottom of the second in just a second. We're back here with the bottom half of the second, and your leadoff batter for Gate City will be the second baseman, number 11, Chad Carter. And the pitch from Saylor to Carter is in there for a called strike 1. So Carter quickly behind in the count here, no balls and 1 strike. Gate City winning 1-0. Nobody on, nobody out. And the pitch from Saylor is swung on for strike 2 by Carter. So that brings count to no balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch swung on for strike 3. So Carter goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up the left fielder, number 3, Shannon Stokes.
Runner now is number 3, Shannon Stokes. Greg Field, designated hitter on deck.
And the pitch from Saylor to Stokes is swung on for strike 1. So Stokes behind the count, no balls and 1 strike. And the pitch just a bit low for ball 1, so that runs count to 1 ball and 1 strike on Stokes. And the pitch outside for ball 2, so that brings count to 2 balls and 1 strike on Stokes. And the pitch on the inside corner, says the umpire, for strike 2. So that evens count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch swung on for strike 3. So Stokes goes down swinging for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the DH, number 16, Greg Fields. Fields steps in with nobody on and 2 out with the 1-0 lead. And the first pitch to Fields is outside for ball 1. And the pitch swung on for strike 1, so that evens count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch is swung on and grounded through the infield for a base hit into left field. So Fields is in there with a single. And that'll bring up the center fielder, number 8. Excuse me, number 4, Jason Mann.
Leadoff man, Barry Wolfe on deck.
Mann steps in with 1 on and 2 out and a 1-0 lead. Mann with an excellent throw home to nail a potential run in the first inning. And the pitch on the inside corner again, says the home plate umpire, Honaker, for strike 1. So that'll bring count to no balls and 1 strike. And the pitch swung on for strike 2. So that brings count to no balls and 2 strikes on Mann. Fields your runner at first. And the 0-2 pitch upstairs. Fields thinking about going, but decides not to. So the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mann. And the pitch upstairs for ball 2, so that evens count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Low for ball 3, so man working the count full. So that'll be a full count here with 1 on and 2 out. So Fields will be going on the pitch. And there it is. And man strokes one into left field. And it is off the fence. Fields on his way to third. And here comes man on his way to second. So man will be in there with a stand-up double. And Fields advances to third. And that will bring up the leadoff hitter, shortstop number 15, Barry Wolfe. The Abingdon left fielder had it for a second, but then hit the fence, and it popped out of his glove. So Wolfe steps in with 2 on and 2 out. Runners on second and third. Gate City leading 1-0. And the pitch to Wolfe. Swung on and grounded up the middle. That'll be a tough play for the shortstop. He picks it up, fires to first. Not in time, and the ball hits Wolfe. 2 runners will score. So Wolfe in there with an infield single, which scores 2 runs. So Fields and man score on the infield hit by Wolfe. So that'll bring up catcher 00, Jody Wolfe. Gate City now winning 3-0. Jody Wolfe hit a solo home run his last time at bat. And the first pitch from Saylor is in tight to Jody Wolfe for ball 1. And the pitch from Saylor to Wolfe is fouled back to the screen for strike 1. Things count 1 ball and 1 strike. Gate City now winning 3-0. And the pitch from Saylor to Wolfe, a curveball in the dirt for ball 2. So that means count to 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch to Wolfe, swung on. There goes Jody Wolfe, and the throw will be not in time. It's over the second baseman's head into center field, and Wolfe will be in there with a stolen base to second. And the pitch was swung on by Jody Wolfe, so that'll bring the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch to Wolfe is outside for ball 3. So Jody Wolfe works the count full here with 2 out and 1 on. Barry Wolfe, the runner at second. And the pitch is swung on and popped out of play. So Wolfe hangs in there with the full count. And the pitch from Saylor is grounded right back to him. He picks it up and throws to first for the final out of the inning. But Gate City scores 2 more runs on an infield hit from Barry Wolfe and now leads 3-0. So with that, we'll take a quick break and be back here with the top of the third in just a second. Okay, we're back here with the top half of the third inning. And your leadoff batter for Abingdon will be the left fielder, number 8, Brian Ferris. Gate City is winning 3-0. Carter still your pitcher for Gate City. Shannon Carter, that is. And the first pitch to Ferris from Carter is low for ball 1. And the pitch in there for a called strike 1. So he's counting 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch swung on for strike 2. So that'll bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch from Carter. In there for a called strike 3. So Ferris goes down looking, and that'll bring up the center fielder, number 20, Michael Bailey. And the pitch from Carter swung on for strike 1. Carter appears to be in a groove now, throwing nothing but strikes. And the pitch. Just a bit inside for ball 1. The batter almost swung on it, but held back. And the pitch swung on for strike 2. So that brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Bailey. Gate City winning 3-0 here in the top of the 3rd. Abingdon has 1 out and nobody on. And the pitch is just a bit inside for ball 2. So he's got 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 delivery from Carter is swung on for strike 3. So Bailey goes down swinging for the 2nd out of the inning, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter for Abingdon, the shortstop, number 10, DJ Fry. Carter with 2 straight strikeouts, and the pitch in there for a called strike 1. Good looking curveball from Carter. And the pitch. Looked good from here, but the umpire says just a bit high for ball 1, so that brings the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. Low for ball 2, so that brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Gate City winning 3-0. This is, of course, the championship game of the Highlands District Tournament. And the pitch is popped up to third base side, and it's going to make its way out of play. So the count now 2-2 on Fry. And the 2-2 delivery from Carter is swung on for strike 3. So Carter strikes out the side. So with that, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here with the bottom of the 3rd in just a second. We're back here with the bottom of the 3rd, and the first batter is first baseman Brian Head, and the first pitch to Head is upstairs for ball 1. Pitcher is still Sailor for Abingdon. And the pitch. Low for ball 2, so Head quickly ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Head with a double time at bat. And the pitch. On the inside corner says Honecker for strike 1, so that'll bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Low for ball 3, so that brings the count to 3 balls and 1 strike to Head. And the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and popped into center field. The right fielder calling him off, and he makes the grab. So Head flies out to the right fielder for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the pitcher, number 24, Shannon Carter. Carter struck out his last time at bat. And the pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike one. And the pitch to Carter. Fastball swung on and popped out of play for strike two. So Carter quickly behind in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Low for ball 1. So that brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Carter. And the pitch. Inside for ball 2. So that runs the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Carter. And the 2-2 pitch to Carter is grounded right back to Saylor. He picks it up and throws over to first for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up the right fielder, number 34, Bryan Boy.
Your batter now is number 34, Bryan Boy. Shannon Carter, number 11, is on.
And the pitch to Boy is popped back out of play for strike 1. Count, no balls and 1 strike. And the pitch is fouled and caught by the catcher for strike 2. So Boy behind the count here, no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch to Boy is outside for ball 1. So the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Boy. Case hitting winning 3-0 here. Nobody on and 2 out. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. And the pitch to Boy is swung on and lined into left field, foul. So Boy hangs in there at the count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch is outside for ball 2. So that runs the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch is swung on for strike 3. So Boy goes down swinging for the final out of the inning. Gates City unable to score any more runs. So with that, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back here with the top of the 4th in just a second. Okay, we're back here with the top of the 4th inning, and your leadoff batter for Abingdon is number 7, Jason Austin, the catcher. And the pitch to Austin is upstairs for ball 1. And the pitch from Carter is just a bit high for ball 2, so that brings out to 2 balls and no strikes on Austin. Gates hitting winning 3-0 here in the top of the 4th. And the 2-0 pitch from Carter is in the dirt for ball 3. So the count quickly 3 balls and no strikes to Austin.
3 tickets for $1, 7 for $2.
And the pitch in there for a called strike 1. So the count now 3 balls and 1 strike to Austin. And the pitch lined into the gap between right and center, and that's going to be in there for extra bases for Austin. He's rounding first on his way second. Here comes the throw, and there will be no relay throw from Carter as Austin is in there with a double. So that'll bring up the pitcher, number 3, Brian Saylor. Carter's pitch to Saylor In there for a called strike one. So Carter ahead quickly in the count, no balls and one strike. And the pitch is grounded down to third baseman Page. He picks it up, makes the throw to first for the out. And the runner at second advances to third on the throw from Page. So that'll bring up the first baseman, number 11, Shannon Weddle. Abingdon has a runner at third and only one out. And the first pitch to Weddle is popped out of play for strike one. And the pitch is just a bit outside for ball one. So that evens count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch upstairs for ball 2. So that brings count to 2 balls and 1 strike on Weddle. Cape City is winning 3-0 here in the top of the 4th, but Abingdon is threatening with a runner on third. And the pitch outside for ball 3. So the count now 3 balls and 1 strike to Weddle. And 3-1 pitch is swung on for strike 2. So that'll bring the count full now on Weddle. And the 3-2 pitch is in there on the outside corner for a called strike 3. So Weddle goes down looking for the second out of the inning. And that will bring up the right fielder, number 23, Brad Hankey. And the pitch from Carter swung on for strike 1. So Carter ahead in the count here, no balls and 1 strike. And the pitch from Carter is upstairs for ball 1. So you can count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch just a bit high for ball 2. So that brings count to 2 balls and 1 strike on Hankey. Still a runner at third for Abingdon. And there are now 2 outs. Gate City leading 3-0. And the pitch in there for a called strike 2. Savings count at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hankey. And the pitch is swung on and lined into shallow left for a base hit. That will score 1 run. Stokes gets the ball back into second. So the score now, Gate City 3, Abingdon 1 on the single from Hankey. And that'll bring up the DH, number 18, George Lowe.
Your batter is number 18, George Leo. Scott Flores, no thanks.
And the pitch swung on for strike 1. So the count, no balls and 1 strikes on Leo. And the pitch upstairs for ball one. So even count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. Fouled back for strike 2. So that brings count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Vallejo. Score now, Gate City 3, Abingdon 1. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Runner on first for Abingdon. And the pitch. Swung on for strike 3. So Leo goes down swinging for the final out of the inning, but Abingdon scores 1 run. So the score now at Gate City 3, Abingdon 1, and we're going to take a quick break and be back in just a second. The bottom of the 4th, and leadoff batter for Gate City is number 11, Chad Carter, the second baseman. And the first pitch to Carter is swung on for strike 1. So Carter behind the count here, no balls and 1 strike. Carter struck out his last time at bat, and the pitch swung on for strike 2. So the count, no balls and 2 strikes to Carter. And the pitch upstairs for ball 1, so that brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Carter. And the pitch low for ball 2, so that brings the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Carter. And the pitch to Carter on the outside corner for strike 3. So Carter goes down looking for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the left fielder, number 3, Shannon Stokes. Stokes also struck out his last time at bat. And the first pitch to Stokes is swung on for strike 1. Gate City winning 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Nobody on, 1 out for Stokes. And the pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. So Stokes quickly behind the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch to Stokes. Swung on for strike 3. So Stokes goes down swinging for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the DH, number 16, Greg Fields. Fields steps in with a 3-1 lead and nobody on and 2 out. Fields singled his last time at bat. And the pitch to Fields outside for ball 1. And the pitch is on the inside corner for strike 1. So that evens count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch swung on for strike 2. So that brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on the field. And the pitch is grounded down to the third baseman. He picks it up, throws over to first in time for the final out of the inning. So with that, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back here with the top of the 5th in just a second. We're back here with the top of the 5th inning. And the first batter is Scott Moretz. And the pitch to Moretz is just a bit high for ball 1. And the pitch swung on for strike 1, so even count at 1 ball and 1 strike on Moretz. And the pitch in there for a called strike 2, so that brings count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Moretz. And the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Moretz hangs in there. Score is Gate City 3, Abingdon 1. And the pitch. Swung on for strike 3. So Moretz goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up the left fielder, number 8, Brian Ferris.
The batter is number 8, Bryan Boy.
And the pitch to Ferris is upstairs for ball 1. Carter with a total of 8 strikeouts on the night so far. And the pitch is lined into right field. Boy goes into second. So Ferris is in there with a single. And that'll bring up the center fielder, number 20, Michael Bailey, with 1 out and 1 on for Abingdon. And Gate City is winning 3-1. And the pitch, just a bit high for ball 1. Carter working from the stretch now. And the pitch, just a bit high again for ball 2. So the count down 2 balls and no strikes to Bailey. Ferris, your runner at first for Abingdon. And the pitch. In there for a called strike 1. So I'll bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike on Bailey. And the pitch. And there goes the runner. He lays down the bunt, but it will be foul. So the runner will have to go back to first base. And that'll bring the count to 2-2 on Bailey. And the pitch upstairs for ball 3. So that'll run the count full to Bailey.